won't be your personal tour guide for there, right? Now, if you take a look right next to me, you can also see our beautiful field that we have. I can also tell you that this field, as well as the company, started here around the years 1890s, which makes it the oldest alum-breaking company at the moment. Now, when we initially started, we only started with this front row right here. We went from managing 10,000 aloe vera plants to right now, if you take a look in the back, we have over 35,000 aloes that we manage each day. Now, a lot of people ask us, is the aloe vera native here to Aruba? The answer is no. It was actually brought in by the Dutch around the years 1840s from the coast of Africa to Aruba. But what happened was, since they grow the stem of the yellow flowers, inside of the flowers, it actually contains the aloe seeds. And we have birds that normally pick the flowers, just drop them off. Back then, almost 2/3 of Aruba was covered in aloe veras. So we started working with aloe. Now, in the very first beginning, we already knew the gel has the healing purposes to it, but we're mostly interested in this sap right here. Now, this yellow sap, we know it is aloe. It has a very awful smell with a very bitter taste to it, but here comes the fun part. It's also known as a very strong but natural laxative. So, ladies and gentlemen, I guarantee you, take 4 or 5 drops, and trust me, you'll be enjoying the rest of your day, right? Yes. Now, back then, for easy export, we used to collect it, cook it or boil it for 8 to 10 hours, leave it overnight, and whenever it hardens, you will get a bunch of stones just like here. Now, these stones, we know it as aloe hearts or aloe gum. We used to export it worldwide for the pharmaceuticals. They used to cut it and grain it, using like a powder form to make laxative pills or laxative products. Between the years 1910 and the 1920s, it brought us our first ever economy boost in our history. So we as locals recognize it as a gold for Aruba. But that was way back then, because after the years went by, they started introducing synthetics, and unfortunately synthetics took over, because it was way more cheaper at the time. So we said, stop it, we're not going to focus anymore on the laxative, and started focusing more on the gel right here. Now, a lot of people don't notice, the gel consists of 99% of water-based fluid and 1% solid. Inside of the 1% solid, it contains over 87 different nutrients, enzymes, with vitamins that gives it the healing powers that it normally has. How we normally collect the gel as well, let me show you right now how the process is done. Now, first of all, we have to rinse it off properly. Just remove the extra layer of the yellow sap. After that, we always take 1 inch off just for extra measurement. Now, after that, we're going to remove the thorns, both sides. Flip it over. And just like if you fillet a regular fish, we're going to do the exact same thing. From the front, all the way to the back, just like here. Now, if you want to see something very interesting, I also give it a small massage, and it's also going to show you the liquid gel that we normally use. This gel right here. Yes. Now, finally, with the backside of a knife, we just scrape the gel out. Oh. All the way to the front, just like here. And voila, guys, there's your gel. Now, whenever we're done collecting it, we're still not done yet. We still have to soak it in water for 8 to 10 minutes. Why? Because not only is this sap right here a very strong laxative, but it can also be allergic to some people on top of their skin. It can cause like severe skin irritation or like rash, so it wouldn't feel any nice. Now, when it comes to the benefits of the gel, there's 2 ways of using it. First of all, you can eat it, or you can apply it on top of your skin. When it comes to the eating part, it works exactly like vitamin B12, or really good for if you have gastritis, small ulcers, acid reflux, or even stomach aches or stomach cramps. The only thing is, make sure you rinse it down properly, because the gel doesn't have any taste to it, but if you get a bittery taste, ladies and gentlemen, probably stay home then, alright? Now, not only internally, but also externally, it's a very strong moisturizer for the skin, but you can also use it for any type of burns, rashes, insect bites, or even wounds. We also have fresh ones cut up from this morning, so if anybody would like to try it on top of their skin, see how it feels? Yes, there you go, miss. Nice. You can use the slimy part to rub it all over the skin. You guys can feel free to grab it. You can pass it around as well.
I get too much soda and I put that on. It soothes it. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. That's great for some.
box that came out yellow, but over here
Clear, of course. There's over 450 different varieties of aloe, but only 3 of them you can use for healing purposes. Normally the change of color is due to the climate as well. Since we have a really dry climate here, it normally comes out yellow, but in the States it also comes like a clear sap, but it works exactly the same, so you have to be careful. Yes.
That's interesting.
So it's very, very
So
interesting.
that's how you drain it out?
Yeah, so whenever you make the first spot, the first liquid that normally comes out of it, you have to be careful with.
Okay.
Yes.
You can't bring a plant back to the States, right?
Normally no, they will say that, oh, it's protected, but it actually isn't.
But they'll stop you.
Sorry?
They will stop you from taking it?
Yeah, they will remove it from you. Yes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, how does it feel? Feels nice and refreshing, right? And the interesting part about it, no smell attached to it. Now, when it comes to the harvesting part as well, we only harvest the outer ring only, the ones that are hanging out. Why? After moving the outer leaf, it would take us around 9 months for the middle leaf to regrow and become the outer leaf then. So when well taken care of, they can live up to 10 to 20 to even more years. And the interesting part as well, we only water them once a week only, and that's about it. Why? Because they're like a succulent plant, so too much water wouldn't be good for them. So very, very interesting. Now, ladies and gentlemen, any questions so far amongst this part right here by any chance? No? All
Do
right.
you sell this? Do you sell all this stuff?
Yeah, we not only sell all of the aloe veras, but in cosmetic formulas. Yes.
is that good for inflammation?
For inflammation, yes. We normally suggest the pure aloe gel. After you're done soaking it in water, you can use it as well. Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, follow me. We're going inside for the factory part. Thank you guys very much.
But it's still right.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, for the second part of the tour, we're going up the stairs to the right, watch your hands and watch your steps. Alright, now ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our factory. In here is where it all starts. And if you also take a look on the first room right here, now in here we normally have our leaf cutting room. Now not only will we start off by cutting up our aloe leaf, but also start off by washing them properly. Since we're not using the aloe sap anymore, we do not want any contamination from our cosmetic formulas. Now over here as well, we have a small video where it can show you how the process normally goes. Now a very interesting fact as well, whenever we're done collecting the gel, we also process it, make it into a liquid form, and then it will be filtered twice. So quality is very important to us. Now whenever we're washing them properly, it changes the water in a purplish color, just about here. Now that's because the yellow sap starts to oxidate inside of the water. The same water, you can use it as pesticide or herbicide, but only for desert plant. Don't be like me trying to spray it all over every single plant, because trust me, not good. The sap is so strong, it can burn them as well. Now each and every single excess skin that we normally don't use, we cut it up into small pieces and use it like a fertilizer for our own field outside. So nothing goes to waste here. Now, after we're done washing them properly, we always take the 1 inch off just for extra measurement. Because after the first cut, all of the extra layer of the yellow sap is going to stick at the bottom. Now the cutting does go a lot way faster, since you do have a very sharp blade attached to your table. So just one slice and it cuts it in half. Now after cutting up the aloe leaf with a wooden spoon, we just gently scrape the gel out. So it goes very fast and very easy. We did try it at first with an automatic machine, but normally what happens is it wouldn't scrape the whole gel out, so they ain't going to lose more than actually winning. Now whenever we're done collecting the gel, we will send it to the next room right here, also known as the kitchen room of the factory. Now in here, our formulators will be weighing the gel properly, put it into each bucket. Each bucket contains a maximum of 15 kilograms each. Also in here, we normally prepare the work formulas, work recipes, depending what product we have to make each and every single day. Now whenever we're done with the preparation of the gel, we will send it directly to our main floor, also known as our production area. Now in here, ladies and gentlemen, you can already notice we have a lot of different machines. All of these machines are mixers that also label from number 1 to number 10 for specific products. The only different one will be the one in the back corner on the left-hand side. That will be for gallons that we also sell to Airbnbs or even hotels. So whenever you see the small dispensers inside our bathroom, you already know, Aruba Aloe. Yes. Now also very interesting, each and every single machine has to be stainless steel, otherwise it will oxidate the gel and lose the healing purposes to it. Now whenever we're done mixing all the ingredients together, we will send it to this back room right here, also known as our packaging room. Yes. Now in this room right here, we will start off by packaging and labeling each and every single product. You can also notice we have 2 more machines. The one right in front of you is known to fill up only bottles. The one on your left hand side with the red X, this will be our fastest machine ever. Why? It is our tube filler and it fills up to 60 tubes per minute, so 1 per second, really fast. Now you can already notice we have a lot of different boxes around this wall right here. This to help represent that we not only have 17 stores on our island, but we also ship to US, Canada, UK, and also Europe. So whenever you want to restock your products line, you always can. But we normally suggest you guys to come back here to Aruba and come visit us, alright? Forget that online shopping. Alright. Now ladies and gentlemen, if you also follow me over to this side over here, yes. Alright. Now ladies and gentlemen, over here as well, we have our first ever line created by Aruba Aloe, also known as a classic line. Now 3 of our popular products, starting off for moisturized lotion, also known as a special care. It has a jojoba oil with extra vitamin E, which is really good for the elasticity and the firmness of our skin. Second, whenever you have muscle pain or soreness, we have made our own Aruba Dengue, also known as Alkaline Gel. It has 0.5% lidocaine, so not a very strong scent, very light as well. And last but not least, the sun here on the island is Snow Joe, so whenever you get a sunburn, we recommend our After Sun Skin Repair. It contains coconut oil with lecithin, to prevent peeling or the dryness afterwards. Now a little bit of a life hack as well. If you keep it inside of a refrigerator, it adds like a nice flavor to it to help feel nice and refreshing. Now in this room right next to me is where we normally make all of our soap bars, not only in soap bars but also exfoliating sugar scrubs. A very interesting fact as well, the majority of the work is almost done 80